Yes, indeed. Absolutely love the conversation. Thank you so much, Tony. And he's not going anywhere. And we're going to continue to celebrate the Chinese New Year. Now, this time we're joined by Sifu Hanche, all the way from the Chinese Martial Arts and Health Center. Now, he's here to lead a Tai Chi fitness demo showcasing the perfect balance of tradition, movement, and mindfulness. Now, Sifu Chris, good morning. How are you doing?
Well, and you?
I'm fantastic. Really excited. You're looking very traditional. You have some incredible, what I believe is some form of a weapon with you.
Tai Chi straight sword.
A Tai Chi straight sword, okay.
And we use this for focus of our movements, for focus of what we're doing, and it just helps with our Tai Chi practice.
And if we were to try and explain Tai Chi to someone that has no idea about it or has been living under a rock, what would you describe it as? Because it's more than just what we've seen on the movies, right?
Right. It's a martial art, but behind it, we're looking at a huge health aspect as well. Yeah. So it's great for improving circulation, the slowness of the movements, the coordinated movements, improves focus, improves your balance, it improves circulation in the body, opens the joints of the body, so your flexibility increases over time and with practice.
I had a small opportunity to be involved with just some of the basic training, and something I really appreciate was the fact that it brings you to your center, allows you to be present and aware, but at the same time, take control of the vessel you're blessed with. So Tai Chi for me is something that unlocks so much within us. What are you going to be showcasing today?
I'm just going to be showcasing a little bit of the straight sword form and take it from there.
All right, well, you're definitely going to be inspiring many. So, Mzansi, maybe a reminder to you, if you are wanting to get involved in this, then maybe you can reach out to Sifu Chris in a bit. But for now, though, take it away. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything I can hold for you?
Yes, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
And show it off. I'm here for it.
I would move a little bit more.
All right, moving out the way for safety. Take it away, Chris. Oh, wow. Honestly, Sifu Chris, that was absolutely incredible. I forgot I was working as I got taken away there. You seem to transport yourself and everybody to a place of confidence, of grounding, of certainness. And I think that's something that you sort of embody in the movement, right?
Thank you.
Is that what you're feeling in that moment?
Very much so.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. It's something that I think a lot of us could do with. Is there anything that we could maybe just utilize in terms of practicing at home? A small technique that can allow us to get some of this grounding that you've just showcased right now?
Certainly.
Yeah. Let me pop this away for you, yes? And pop that in there. All right, I'm back.
Right. So a very small movement would be feet apart,
All right.
knees a little bit bowed.
Can I invite Mzansi to
Yes,
join us in this?
certainly.
All right, you guys
So
can get off the
feet-
couch and take
feet
advantage of this
apart,
grounding. Yeah.
Knees a little bit bent. We tuck the tailbone, keeping the body nice and upright.
Okay.
We raise the right hand and we raise the left hand to the side, just in front. And we're just going to shift the weight slowly from side to side. So we're engaging with our ankles, our knees, our hips, our spine, our shoulder joints, elbow joints, and wrist joints, all with one movement. And we often use this as the first warm-up exercise for our Tai Chi. And you can slow this down all the way to literally minimal movement, because there's a nice way to calm yourself down in the mornings.
Yeah, it really enough is drawing me to this focus of my breathing, obviously finding that balance
Breathing
and
through
that
into the
center,
center of the navel.
and kind of giving me
slowly.
more awareness of my actual body at the same time.
Yes.
This is fantastic, bringing me to my center. Now, for me, there's a feel of therapy here. There's
It is
something special
very
about this.
therapeutic, mentally, physically, very therapeutic all around for the whole body.
Oh, well, Sifu Chris, Hanche, thank you so much for
Thank
really...
you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
You've
And,
shown us something that I think is more than just special. This is a lifestyle. This is something I think a lot of us can so easily be a part of
Thank
if we just do something as simple as take a step forward. So here's an invite to you, Mzansi, to maybe take that next step forward and invite yourself in this beautiful vessel of yours to upgrade and find its own grounding. While we once again find our center with Sifu Chris, I invite you to find yours and enjoy the magic right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. We missed you. And you know what? If you missed out on our first chat with our guest today, we're just chatting about the Year of the Snake. Happy Chinese New Year. It's time to explore how the snake's strategic energy can influence our lives. We need to plan.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Because from career to your personal choices and growth, the snake's wisdom guides us towards a deeper understanding of self and others around you. And we want to learn more about this and tap into this year's potential in particular. And we have somebody great on the couch that is still here, Mr. Tony Huang from the Huang Laoshi Mandarin Center. Thank you for being here still, Tony. Listen, we are excited about the year, but it is January. For you, it is the start of the Chinese New Year. We want to get kick-started with our best foot forward. So when it comes to harnessing the power of the snake, is it just for those that identify with being the zodiac sign of the snake, or is it for everybody that we can harness this potential?
So actually, it's what just mentioned previously. The year we can expect there a quite big transformation, and how big the transformation will be impact the individual will depend on what your radical sign is.
Yes.
So actually this year, I would like to say everybody needed to either strategy to survive this year.
Wow.
I don't like use to survive, but
Yes.
anyway, if you see something like big impact in your life, it's all depend on like what your situation now or what you has been accumulated energy, because Chinese people believe the energy is not it can be accumulated. So in our whole life, like what we have been do or like what all kind of habit or whatever, we accumulate a little energy little by little.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this year will be the turning point. I would like to say in that way. So no matter you like, you don't like, and the more like there will be when it's energy accumulated to a certain point, they will break out. So it's more like depend on what you do or like what you have been accumulate. So I'm not say I just mentioned in the beginning, I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not to come here to say, hey, you had a good life. This year will be good for you or not good for you. It will be very individually. So in general, whether I had transformation, But I would like to advise everybody can prepare for the impact or like transformation.
Impact.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the snake having a certain transformative nature. For instance, the way you've transformed your outfit for this chat with us.
And
I like it. I like
love
the fact
it.
that you have costume changes. This is great. You know, there's a feeling when people said this year is 2020 Thrive, they wanted to do the bold moves this year.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear a bit more as to how you would take on a year if you want to make bold moves this year, the year of the snake. Number one, is this the year to do the bold moves? And if it is, what type of things must we consider when making these bold moves in our life in the year of the snake?
All right. So as well as I mentioned, it's very individually. So we talk about the year of the dragon because I was born the year of the dragon.
Yes.
So taking me for example, this year is good for whoever born in the year of the dragon because we will have a lot of assistance from so-called outsider, not from us, not from family, from the other people.
Oh.
So actually, it's quite ideal for whoever. As what I mentioned, I'm not a fortune teller. I just want to mention about it. And for me, because I was born in the year of the dragon, so I do a little bit study on that. So for me, it's quite ideal for me to do some big change.
Oh.
But still, when whoever want to do the bold change, they need to understand what your own sales situation is. So firstly, the first step to do the change is to understand what your ground is. So what the situation you are,
Yes.
what the resources you have. Of course, you can do the change, but do that step by step. Because this year, whatever the change you do, could be in a very short time, you will really see this very big difference. But because the change keep continuously, so actually you needed to change your strategy all the time. So this year you must cautious about what the change, the step you move. You go to move to the next step. Feel like, oh, feel so good. It's good. Since going bad, going good. And actually, if you keep don't go in the direction, could be leading you to be the best situation. So in this year, it's more like the change happen all the time.
Yes.
The only unchanged things for this year is change. So
Sure.
let me say everything is change all the time. So in that year, so we need to prepare like if something you really step out for this first step,
Yeah.
and it's look like good, and you need to think about not just satisfied about what is now. You need to think about whether you should need to move to the other direction or is anything need to be justified. Otherwise, it won't be the disaster. Might be, I don't know.
No, I love this, and I love the guidance that you're providing as well. But for somebody that wants to align themselves so that they benefit from the change and the transformation, I mean, what would you say to that to make sure the energies are on the same level?
I think the energy can be understandable. I just mentioned about that you need to be cautious about what you are move. Don't be like overconfident, or like don't be too let me say too controlling. You know, the thing, the energy occurs. You can really use the energy to lead you to go to the destination you want, but. You know, about the attitude, about what your mindset is. That's the thing I want to mention. It's more like some people maybe they do that very good in the first 3 months and they become like a little bit over satisfied, or like then they start to enjoy, or like they don't really put attention on what they are going to do. So this always lead people to go to the best results. The thing I want to mention, of course, the energy can be kept the same way all the time.
Yes.
But about how you justify, how you always keep cautious about what you are doing. Yes, that's the thing I just want to mention.
I like that. Don't be too controlling.
Yep.
Kind of be like water, be like a water monkey, which we're going to find out in just a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm very curious.
That's going to be great. Well, you know what? Tony's not a fortune teller, but he has promised to do our Chinese zodiac. And I'm talking all of us, Raul, Carissa, and mine. So if you want to hear what our years hold, then I think you should stay right there. I'm hoping good fortune. I'm hoping maybe like a win in some sort of lottery. That'd be nice. I don't know. What about you, Raul?